I had some pretty significant clairvoyant impressions come through when I was doing the reading for the 16th and the 19th. Pretty significant. There should be a pretty significant drop over the weekend here. Matter of factly, there should be a pretty significant drop here in the last half hour. Right, and so if you were following along with the alerts today, you would have got into a long position somewhere around here, around this price level up here, 554.70-ish. With the anticipation to close probably closer to 2, which you could have closed there. That would have been a place to close. I expected more of a downward move, but even so, there's at the end of the day another opportunity. Matter of fact, I also advise people in the alerts, if they're following the Mercury retrograde strategy, then they got into a long position down here on the 16th at the station retrograde. We were looking to exit within this orb, this darker green orb, and it looks like we ended up being early, but now is a great time to exit the long position, which is the mid portion of the Mercury retrograde strategy, because we've already reached our goal price limit. Why stick around and wait? It might go higher, but let's not get into a greedy mentality. The trade was to get in and to get out at this price level up here, and we've reached it. So not a bad place to go. It's very possible we go higher, but with that said, I like to take the safest exit. It's always a good bet to take the earliest exit. I found when talking with a lot of people in my one-on-one sessions, I found that there's a direct relationship between people who make a lot of money in the stock market and people who get out too early, like repeatedly. Like it's they're chronically getting out too early, right? There's a direct relationship. Those are usually the same people who make a lot of money and the people who got out too early. Why is that? Why do you think that is? From a probability standpoint, which in a fourth dimension, probability matters, I guess, to a certain extent. But it's how many times are you going to actually time it to the very top versus missing the top, or coming in too early? So if you're more likely to come in too early or too late, which one of those do you want to be? Make sure you're too early. It's always better bet to be too early. When you're like, oh man, I missed this, I left all this extra profit on the table. That's scarcity mentality. A good trader mentality is I follow my trade plan and I exit it because it could have gone the other way. Sooner rather than later. Otherwise, you get into the habit of letting your profits, like passing up on taking your profits when you should. It becomes a habit. So in this live, we're going to go into Tesla, Bitcoin, and SHIBcoin before we do some questions and answers at the end. Yeah, see, pretty wild kind of behavior going on here. Like I said, there's like a big cluster, and what do we have for the month of August? Like this big erratic behavior here. Most likely see a high twice, but we all most likely see a low twice as well. So this is likely going to turn into a decline through multiple support levels. And then if you're new to the channel, when I put an ellipse like this on the screen, what I'm doing is this is kind of like a range of where I expect the price level to enter at that within that time frame. And when there's one on top of the other, that means there's a higher probability of that's where it is. It's generally a red ellipse is marking a pivot from a bearish position to a bullish position, or a bearish trend to a bullish trend, or in other words, a trough or a low of some kind should take place within this dark period, possibly going down here. Gets pretty bullish at the end of the month, gotta say. The last 4 days of the month. Looks like I missed that lowest low. I missed that lowest low on one other crypto. But that's likely because because it ends up being lower one of these over here. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so as far as Tesla, what the heck? Yeah, and this was probably incorrect because this really represented this was in a precarious location. This stone right here, it really represented the lowest low that we saw on the 5th, rather than a highest high here on the 19th, is my sense. It looks like we probably get bearish with some price swinging on Monday. #21st, #22. Let's see if we come down to this price level by then. Mm. There might not be a drop over the weekend, guys. I keep getting like this. Let me see. It's a little unclear right now. Yes, there is a drop over the weekend. So we come down to here. So we should see something like this. Oops, sorry. That should go there. Something like that for Tesla coming up. Although be advised, I'm not getting any guidance that we should be trading a short position in Tesla. Just to be clear, so I'd be mindful of that. Probably Tuesday morning is where I'd enter into a short position, provided everything's going according to plan. All right, let's take a look at SHIBcoin. What the heck? Looks like we caught the lowest low there on SHIBcoin. We had a highest high here on the 8th, 9th. That worked out pretty well. The low afterwards, not so hot, but we did come close here. Oh, well, not a highest high because we have this over here, but sometimes that'll happen is you got to cut off the edges when we're talking about relative price levels. And then it doesn't look like we came back, but there's a pretty big move to the downside starting there. This is probably going to follow a similar pattern to the other cryptos, which would put us in another low somewhere. What happened there? Good old Mercury retrograde. I didn't even hit any buttons that could have done that. Oh, I've also got a couple of special offers, some new special offers that I'm going to release these URLs for. You can only get to these special offers by typing in the URL. You can't get to it from the website. I'll release those a little bit later in this reading here, and we're just going to mark off SHIBcoin, and then I'll get into questions and answers for people. Hey, it was like, hey, Breathe Easy, welcome. Will XOM be bullish next week? We'll come back to SHIBcoin. Let me finish SHIBcoin, and then we'll get into it. There's probably a low in there on the 21st, 22nd. So I would think that it would go somewhere like this. And that's SHIBcoin. You get the link. It's a shared chart, so live updated with my markups. And you would get the link to the SHIBcoin reading if you're one of the all paid subscribers. You've got the monthly subscription that gets you the paid version of all of the monthly readings. One of our most popular subscriptions. You would get the link to that on our Discord for that channel. All right, so XOM, let's take a look at that. Nothing for that, okay. Let me create one. see, so it actually gets rid of it. Yikes. So let me keep that. Rename. Surprisingly enough, I don't think I have any readings that are on this. Nobody's ever ordered one. I never got around to it because I'm not big on petrochemicals. I try to focus karmically, but we'll take a look at it for you. So, will XOM be bullish next week? To the downside next week. From a prominent peak, a sharp decline that'll stand out on a 1-year chart scale. Am I expecting a spike higher on SPY before the close? And TGT for next week? I am not expecting a spike at all, no. I'm expecting a decline. Yikes, but we do have a spike. That's interesting. I think there's probably more opportunity there, but it's the last 5 minutes, guys. I would take profits on the short position if you were looking to do a day trade here. If you're looking to hold over the weekend, it's kind of risky. I got a lot of indication of a drop, but I've been wrong more than a few times on that in Mercury retrograde. So if you're going to bank on that, it might make sense to be in a straddle or a strangle. Yeah, you want to be in a straddle, guys. If you're riding a position, a short position into the weekend, be in a straddle. TGT next week. Oh, let me give out those special offers real quick. All right, so we've got 2 special offers. The URL, so it's 2025 1-year crypto readings for $600, and it's tarotfortraders.com /2 crypto, the number 2 and then the word crypto. That'll take you to this page. It's the only way to get to the 2 crypto readings, 2025 1-year readings. And then we have an even better deal for the stocks. You can get 2 stock 1-year readings for 2025 for $500. That's literally 50% off, and that URL is tarotfortraders.com /2 stock, the number 2 and the word stock. tarotfortraders.com 2 stock, and those are our 2 special offers. They'll only be up for a little bit, guys, so take advantage while you can. Again, that's $500. You get 2 1-year readings of stocks, or $600 for 2 crypto. All right, let's take a look at TGT. It's mixed. We start off bullish next week and it turns bearish. It's like a move through key resistance. We stay above it briefly and then we break back down through it with a full retracement. And that resistance is probably this right here. Let's see. $144.50 roughly. We should break through that resistance momentarily, like the early part of the week, and then break back down through it shortly thereafter with the full retracement into the end of the week. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Much love and appreciation. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. If you don't, my friends, it's super important. Special offer again, 500 two 2025 1-year stock readings for 500. That's $500 off. Or 2 2025 1-year crypto readings for $600. That's $400 off. TarotForTraders.com/2crypto and TarotForTraders.com/2stock. As far as the rule of karma, you go to resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profit should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profit, to these charities. 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel through one of these links, and it leaves you at 90%. It's a lot more than a stockbroker would leave you with, and they're not nearly as often accurate as we are here. So, with that said, make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you.